Well, these issues are the elephant in the living room, and we don't want to talk about them. And, you know, when I was growing up, my mother would walk through the house in the middle of the day, inebriated, and we would have heads of state and leaders of the Congress right there in our living room, and none of them would look up. They'd all wait for her to go back to her room and shut the door, and then breathe a sigh of relief that they didn't have to look up, or they could look the other way. Our attitude in this country with every one of the recent tragedies, if you look at the connection, is that everybody turned away from the person in need, because that is what we do in this country when it comes to someone suffering from mental illness or addiction, is we turn our backs on them. And we have to examine the fact that we're part of that, and it's difficult to break the silence, because shame is what ultimately kills many of us, because what it does is it isolates us from, you know, the person we love, and it isolates us from all the care that we need, because we want to hide. And I don't know what the answer is, except we have to, as you said, talk about it. And I think the church has a powerful message, because Matthew 25 talks about the least one of these, my brothers and sisters, and that's the person on the margins. In this society today, people with mental illness and addiction are on the margins. They are often, as Tom said, in our jails and on the streets. They are the least one of these amongst us, and as a faith community, we have an obligation to be for our sisters and brothers, because that's where God is. And I appreciate what you're doing.